Thank you, Annie. I'm an architect, urban planner, but I've been working with geo-AI and remote sensing data, both in informal settlements mostly. So the question of livability, what is livable place? Well, I put it very general. Here, like we can map from a space, we can see where cities are, we can see differences, but how do we know this is better than the other, no? And here, well, it comes, I put several layers of different, well, a big question, but different also problems, no, that I've been also trying to get. So what is livability conceptually? Where do we put the range? Is this livable? This is not livable? How can we measure this at the scale? No? So we are trying to aim to understand livability, like differences of what happened in Africa, what is happening here also in Europe and in other areas. That, well, we create our EO models, no? Because with remote sensing, we can really get democratically to everyone, but how can we really also validate localities, no? So what we create in a place, and we were talking before about it, no? Like, okay, there is amount of data, but we cannot underrepresent the people that most need the data, no? So how can we also create global models that are locally validated, and of course, meaningful for planning and decision making, no? That's what all about the data is. But again, for all, no? So we have not to miss well, like the most deprived areas or the most less livable areas. And this is what this kind of framework I've been working or thinking about. Like, okay, to understand the livability, we have to like create the data both ways, no? Like bottom down, like up down. So, okay, remote sensing data, we can get all globally, all from all the places, but we need to validate it and to create all this input data from the citizens, no? So from stakeholders, but also from the people living in those areas to understand what is, well, for them and what is, of course, there will be consensus, there will be agreements globally, but there will be also some specific context-specific livability indicators that we should also have it into account.